Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel Little Lux. My name is Ashley. If you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Thank you for being here if you are new, and if you're returning subscribers, let's just have fun, okay? Alright, so in this video we're going to be talking about fragrances. And I know in a couple of videos before I did my current Louis Vuitton wish list. I'm sorry with the side. It's not really hot. Excuse the hair. I washed my hair, so it is what it is. This is real life. I just tied it up in a silk scarf. So we're gonna be talking about fragrances. I know in my last video, in the current Louis Vuitton wishlist video, I mentioned that there was a couple of fragrances that I wanted to get from Louis Vuitton. I have all of my fragrances here in my nice mini for you guys, and I'm just being honest. Two of these in here I don't even use. I used to work for Macy's years ago, and they will give you gratis, and two of these items are gratis and I don't use them. So I guess we can go ahead and get those two out the way. And this is the I had to wipe this bottle up. It's kind of dirty. I don't even use this. It was in a box in my room. It's the Carolina Herrera bad girl, good girl, something like that. I don't know. It's not a bad fragrance. It's just not one that I'm drawn to or that I use. It was just upstairs in my closet, and I was like, let me go get this. So that's one. So I'm not gonna really do a review on this one and the next one that I show you, because I haven't worn them long enough to be able to do a review, or I actually forgot how this smells. So this is the first one in my collection. The second one in my collection, it smells like certified old lady, okay? I'm talking about, we 99. We pushing 99, going on 100. Just, this is not it. I don't even know what this is. This is a Ralph Lauren fragrance. I don't know what the name of this fragrance is. As you can see, this bottle is nasty. Like I said, I don't use it. I mean, if I was in my 80s, this would be the fragrance that I would use. It smells, it's not bad, but it smells like bingo night, okay? On a yacht with the white pop-up collar, like it smells like bingo night. If your grandmas or whoever literally like these types of fragrances, this will be the one for you. I don't know the name of it. Like I said, I don't even use it. Sprayed it a couple of times. I was like, no ma'am. So we're not even gonna just talk about those two. I'm just gonna push them all the way to the side. Okay, so my actual current fragrance collection, I only have 3, and I know I mentioned there was 2 that I was scoping out at Louis Vuitton. Let me tell you about it. See, this is why I recommend, before you go and spend all this money on certain items, go and do your research. There's only so much that you can learn from videos on YouTube or Instagram, TikTok. I don't know, I'm not on Instagram and TikTok, I just do YouTube. There's only so much that you can learn from those types of videos. You have to actually physically go to the store, get your hands on a sample and smell it, okay? So I'm on this little tip. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the 2 that I was thinking of getting, which I put in my last video, and I just have samples of them. Matière Noir, okay? This is, I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, I don't think it's not going to focus, unfortunately. My camera's not gonna focus, but this is the Matière Noir fragrance. And I know that my hair is kind of crazy. I know I mentioned I cannot get this fragrance out of my head, and I couldn't forget it, and I know why. I was so wrong. I do not like this fragrance. I thought I loved it, and because it has the note that I like, which is patchouli, girl, this did a whole Houdini on me. It tricked me. It is not the vibe or any of that. So here's the little sample that it came in. The bottle, I went into town yesterday, what was it, a couple of days ago, just browsing, and I want to check out some things that's on my wish list. Like I said, I recommend that before you go spend the money. When my essay sprayed this on like the little sample paper, I knew why I remember this. This smells like, okay, who remembers, I'm pretty sure they still make it because I got some upstairs, Blue Magic hair grease. I'm telling you, this smells like Blue Magic hair grease. I sniffed it and I was like, no ma'am, this is not it. It stinks. I don't like it, and that's why I couldn't remember it. And I was just raving about this in my last video. I just knew it was memorable, but I didn't realize it was because it was in a bad way that I remembered this fragrance. I don't like it. I'm not getting it. I'm scratching this off of my wish list from Louis Vuitton for its fragrance. Just my Louis Vuitton wish list. I'm scratching this off. I don't like it. It doesn't smell that great. And maybe it's just because it's with my body chemistry that maybe it. Some people may have this fragrance and they may absolutely fall in love with it, but I know for me and the way that it smelled with my chemistry, it smelled like Blue Magic. I don't want to be walking around smelling like grease. So this is it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the name, but I will pop up a picture of what I'm talking about. And I like it. So that was the first one that I had on my wish list. And y'all, this one, the Fleur du Dessert or Desert, I don't know how to say it. I didn't like this one either. It was very lackluster and it gave me old lady, but not as old lady as this one. Okay, this is straight 99 pushing 100. This one gave me like 75. Okay, it gave me like 70, between maybe 70 and 75 age range. I didn't like it. Like I said, I don't care how cute the bottle is. If I don't like it, I'm not spending my money on it. And I'm so glad that I went to go smell this fragrance. I feel like it's missing the depth to it. It's not bad. Like it really isn't that bad, but I feel like a couple of other notes would have taken this fragrance to the next level. It was floral and it was kind of faint. I know it's supposed to be oud and I didn't really get the full oud sense out of it. Smelling it now, it's not bad. It reads very mature. Very mature, more mature than I'm willing to smell like right now in my life. But no, this is not on the list. Like, this is not on the list at all. So both of these fragrances that I had on my Louis Vuitton wish list they got crossed all the way off. Okay, so that was the Matière Noire and the Fleur du Desert. Like, even when I was talking to my essay, I was trying to tell her, because she's older, and I was trying not to be so offensive, and I was trying to come up with the right words of how to describe this fragrance, the Fleur du Desert or whatever. And I wanted to be like, this smell like old lady, but she is older, and I was trying to be respectful. I said, I don't mean no Miss Lady, I don't mean no disrespect, but this smell old. She was like, yeah, it does smell like old for like the older, mature woman. This is not for me. So these two are no longer on my wish list. We're just gonna cross them out and we're gonna move on. Okay. So the other ones that I actually do have full bottles of from Louis Vuitton is called the, first of all, I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I know how to pronounce these names. It is the Vuitton, not sure, but this one. And you see I have a dent in this one. I love this fragrance. This is something about it. This fragrance is nice. It smells good. It's really smooth. It is bold. And like I said, I do love those bold scents, especially in the fall time. But because of where I work, I don't want people to not get offended by the fragrance, but more so it bother them. You know, you don't know what people have, like sinus problems and whatnot. So I only wear this when I'm really in the mood to be wearing this at work, and I'm like dressed up like boop boop. We finna go handle some business at work, okay? So that's when I use this fragrance, and I love this one. As you can tell, there is a huge dent in this bottle. It smells really good. The notes, I don't have the notes with me. I didn't bring my whole laptop. This is me just talking about what I smell from it. I think it has pear in it, I believe. I don't know. It has some kind of like citrus orange type thing. It has patchouli in it, which is my note, and something else in here. But this is a hard hitter fragrance. If you don't like bold fragrances or any loud fragrances, I would not suggest this for you. If you like those light, fresh, and airy type fragrances, this is not for you. Like I said, I love this fragrance. I have put a huge dent in it. It is very, this is mature, but it's not like 99 push it 100 mature. This is like she got her stuff together. She means business. I love it. The next fragrance that I have from Louis Vuitton is called the Attrape Reeves. This is like the little sister to this one. They're very similar. This one's sweeter. This one is not as sweet, but it does have some sweetness to it. So when you're wearing this, I would say this would be the more nighttime fragrance, and this would be the more daytime fragrance. Like if you're gonna go on a date, you can use this one, but like for a brunch. But if you're going out at night, I would suggest this one. This one is. This was the very first fragrance that I smelled at Louis Vuitton that caught my eye, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. It's very sweet, but it's not too sweet like Prada candy. Level up your fragrance collection, I should say. And you want to move from like Prada candies and those type of scents, Marc Jacob Daisy, and you want to get a sweet, mature fragrance. I would suggest this one. It has kind of like that same youthfulness to it, but it has that depth behind it that's kind of mysterious. It's like, ooh, what is she wearing type fragrance. This is another one I like to use in the fall time, but I have been wearing this in the summertime as well. Only spray a little bit, not too much, because the more you spray, the heavier it gets, and you can kind of, and me personally, I can feel the heaviness on it when I overspray this. But all you need is kind of boop, boop, you know, and you keep it pushing. But this fragrance is so good. These two are the two fragrances for Louis Vuitton that I have, and I don't plan on getting no more fragrances for Louis Vuitton. Like I said, very lackluster on the other two that I smelled, and I just can't get the Blue Magic Hair Grease out of my head. And if you don't know what Blue Magic Hair Grease is, I will be popping up a picture in the video. Girl, no. But these are my two fragrances for Louis Vuitton. And the next, which is my tried or true, like I said, I used to work for Macy's, so I used to get a lot of gratis. And Coco Mademoiselle. Okay. This, I don't have a full bottle of this, I just have the travel. This fragrance, I'm just showing you the box so you know what I'm talking about. Coco Mademoiselle. This is actually the travel twist and spray, which is what this is. And then you open it, you twist it, and then you open up the you see you see how much I've used. I put a dent in this. This is actually the second one, but you pull it out, and then you take the fragrance, you twist off the fragrance, and then you just add the replacement one there. Just snap it back on, and you just push it back inside the dispenser. But you see the dent that I put in this fragrance, and I'm gonna take out the other replacement. This is the other replacement. So in total, it came with 3 of these like little bottles, and these are 0.7 fluid ounce bottles. And now you can travel with this. I traveled to Canada with this because I needed a fragrance to wear. So in the travel twist and spray Eau de Parfum, you get the dispenser, and the dispenser came with one of these, so technically you will have 3 of these 0.7 fluid ounces. So one came inside, and then you had the 2 replacements, and I'm on my first replacement one inside the box because I used the one that came with the dispenser. So this is my everyday fragrance. I don't care if it's summer, spring, winter, fall, hot outside, cold outside, I don't care. I'm wearing this fragrance. This is my #1 fragrance from Chanel. Chanel No. 5. That's kicking It's kicking 85, 90. Chanel is a classic, but it's just too strong for my liking. And I do like those strong, bold scents. And I'm not even gonna say it's too strong. It gives off old lady. And there's nothing wrong with old ladies, because I'm gonna be an old lady one day, but I'm not trying to smell like that right now in my current life. In this stage of my life, I should say. But this fragrance, and this is not the intense. So the intense one is it's a little hardcore, and it kind of gives you a headache. So I get the Une de Parfum. I think this one is more of a lighter fragrance. It's not the intense one, but it does come in that. And then I think it comes in the Toilette as well, but I'm not sure. But this one is really good, and I think it has patchouli in it. I may be wrong. You can wear this every day if you wanted to. Like I said, if you're trying to start out your fragrance collection and you don't know where to go to, I would say start with Mademoiselle. This can be a signature fragrance that you can just wear your whole life, and this is the only one you have on for a minute. This was my signature scent. And then I got these two from Louis Vuitton that I kind of mix in the match as well. But that's my take on Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. I approve it. It is nice. It is very sophisticated, but it's a perfume for the modern woman. That's just my description. That comes to mind when I think that's one, and the next two are just samples, because like I said, I'm not buying no full size perfumes until I know how it goes with my body chemistry and that I actually like it and I know that I'm going to use it. So this one came from Christian Dior, from my Christian Dior beauty sales rep. This one smells really good. Like, this is one that's on my wish list that I do plan on getting. It is called the Ombre Nude. We're popping up a picture on the screen, and you see I put a dent in this travel size as well. I had to stop using it because this is all I had until I get the new one. This smells really good, and I have never thought about a Dior fragrance before, because you know there's like the Miss Dior or whatever other Dior. I don't like those. They're not interesting enough for me. They don't have any depth to them. It smells like any other fragrance that I smelled before under a different name. So I like those scents that can't be copied, and if so, it's really hard to. This one smells really good. It's really interesting. It's not as hardcore as the Vuitton one from Louis Vuitton, so it does have some sweetness to it, and it has that depth to it, that mysteriousness, which I love. So I do want to get a full bottle of this, and I will be putting a picture up on the screen as well. I was going back through Nordstrom to my car. This lady was like, smell, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I smelled it. This fragrance stopped me in my tracks. I was like, who is she? I need to know. What is her name? I want it. This fragrance is so nice. It is so sexy. This is a sexy fragrance. This is a sexy rose fragrance, and it's not too powerful. And the one that I'm talking about, I asked for a sample. She tried to act like she couldn't give me one. If I'm not finna drop $380 on this fragrance and all I had was a little sniff on the paper, I need a sample so I can test it out on my skin to see how I like it. And it is called I don't even know how to pronounce this, the Initio Atomic Rose. Okay, she wrote the name of it, so I knew. This was all she could give me out they didn't actually have an actual sample for me, but she put this in there for me so I could take it, think about it, smell it, see what I thought about it. This fragrance is absolutely beautiful, and if I'm not lying, this little fragrance smells, this is nice. Okay, I'm not gonna say I never heard of it. I seen the bottle before, but I never knew what the name of it was. I didn't know what it smelled like, because I'm not really on the whole YouTube fragrance channels. You know, people have 1,000 different perfumes and stuff. I don't watch them, but now I'm kind of getting into fragrance videos. This smells so good. This smells sexy, okay? This made me want to go. I don't even want to talk about it on camera. This smells so good. This smells so good. This stopped me in my tracks. And roses, and I'm not really too big on florals because it gives me massive headaches and it just smells really synthetic. This rose has some depth to it. It's very smooth. It's like a velvety type of rose. The scent lingers. I just sprayed it. She sprayed some on my hand. I smelled it all night. Even after I took my shower, I still had a light hint of the smell on me, and it smelled so good. This is what I wish. There's a fragrance at Louis Vuitton, and I will be popping up on the screen, and I don't remember the name of it was, but it was an oud and it had roses in the name. I tried a sample of that because I had high hopes for it. It was too powdery. I don't like powdery fragrances because that can go old lady real fast, or I need to stop saying old lady. That can go, depends. Let me stop. But that can go to the left real fast when your fragrance is too powdery, like baby powder. That's what I don't like a too powdery type of fragrance. I didn't like it. It smelled like old lady, and I hate that that is the only description that I can think of, but it smelled old lady and I did not like it. The roses was too much. It needed to fall back into the background, and which is what I love about this fragrance. The rose is not, you can smell the rose, but it comes in at the end of the fragrance, and it's in all the other notes. It's in the, I don't know, it's just so many layers to this fragrance. It's crazy. Like, if I could wear this fragrance every single day, I would, but I know that would be a little crazy because it is strong. And like I said, I do love a strong fragrance, not for like every day, but for when I'm feeling that type of thing, just to give me another option other than wearing this, because I've been wearing this out. Just give me another option to wear, and I know I would enjoy it. But those are the two fragrances that I have on my list. The one from Dior, the Ombre Nude, and the Initio Atomic Rose. So Fleur and Matter, we just gonna throw these out. This is a no. I cannot. I'm sorry. Blue Magic Hair Grease is a no, honey. I can't do it. So we're just gonna throw these two out to the side. And these two I love, my tried and true Louis Vuitton fragrances. And after these two, I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna buy any more fragrances for Louis Vuitton. She had me smell Imagination, which is supposed to be like a unisex, and I'm all about androgynous smells. It can smell good on a man, it can smell good on a lady. I didn't like it. It was a no. I think it was too citrusy. I don't want to smell like fruit. I do like gourmands, but I don't want to smell like a synthetic gourmand. I don't want to smell like a cupcake. I don't want to smell like a bakery type thing. I do like vanillas and patchoulis in my scent, sandalwood, like those types of smells, relaxing smells. To me, they're relaxing. I like those. So Coco Mademoiselle, two do not exist in my collection. It's just me. Like I said, people may love these fragrances and this may be for them, but they're not for me. I don't wear them. They're gonna go back in that box until I can give this to someone I don't know, or maybe I can hold on to this until I'm 99. Let me stop. This ain't it. This is not it for me. But anyway, guys, this is my fragrance collection. Thank you for hanging out with me, just chit-chatting about fragrances, crossing out items that I thought I was gonna love, just did not work for me. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. All right, bye. Bye, guys.
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not